السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، مساكم الله بالخير جميعا. يدعوكم نادي الابداع العربي وكذلك المجلس العربي للابداع والابتكار لحضور هذا اللقاء الذي يأتيكم هذا المساء، مساء الثلاثاء الموافق لليوم 19 من شهر أغسطس 2025، والتي يتم فيه استضافة الدكتور هيمبي إيلي موكايا، والذي دور في خدمة البحث العلمي والاستدامة، الذي تتولى فيها الترجمة الأستاذة هاجر بنت منصور. سيكون اللقاء خلال تقريبا 40 دقيقة، ثم بعد ذلك ستتاح الفرصة لجميع الحضور للحوار والنقاش والتواصل مع الضيف الكريم، وتتولى استقبال الأسئلة وإيصالها لضيفنا الكريم الأستاذة القديرة الأستاذة هاجر بنت منصور. قبل أن ننطلق سويا ومع الضيف الكريم ونتواصل في هذا اللقاء، welcome Dr. هيمبي إيلي موكايا to the Arab Creativity Club Platform. الأستاذة هاجر، المايك معك، وانطلقي ودعينا نحلق مع ضيفنا الكريم إيلي في عنوان مميز وراية، هو دور الابتكار في خدمة البحث العلمي والاستدامة. تفضل أستاذ هاجر.
كل الشكر والتقدير لك دكتور محمد الرايقي، وكل الشكر والتقدير للدكتور محمد السريحي وضيفنا دكتور إيلي. سأبدأ الترحيب بالأستاذ بالدكتور إيلي موكايا باللغة الإنجليزية، وأعرف فيه باللغة الإنجليزية وأعطيه الكلمة، من ثم أحاول من مرة لمرة أترجم إن شاء الله.
تفضلي انطلقي أستاذة هاجر.
Okay. So good afternoon, all the invitee members, all the meeting members. On the behalf of the Arab Creativity Center and the Arab Council for Creativity and Innovation, it's my honor today to introduce the speaker, the researcher, Dr. Élie Moukaya. He is a research associate at the University of Witwatersrand, Johannesburg, South Africa. Dr. Élie is a well-known fugue scientist and researcher in the field of chemistry. He received his PhD in the same field from the university, which is the field of chemistry, South Africa, as well as he held a postdoc position at Johannesburg University. Indeed, when I first made my investigation about Dr. Élie, I was really impressed about the efforts, the researches he was making during all these years. He has about 21 articles, whether he is the author or the co-author of them. He also has two book chapters. He also has 3 patents, which is really a great honor for us today to have him as a guest. So it's really a great pleasure for us to have Dr. Élie, an honor guest for the Arab Creativity Center, to tell us about his vision about the role of innovation in serving scientific research and sustainability. So, Dr. Élie, the word is for you. We are hearing you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Haje. First of all, let me thank you for inviting me to this meeting. It's for me a pleasure and honor to be here. Thank you to the President, Dr. Mohammed, and all the members of the center. And also I thank all the people who are here to assist to this meeting. Before going any further, I just want to upload my presentation. Share that. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, I hope that you are able to see what I've uploaded.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'll be focusing on the role of innovation, saving scientific research, and sustainability. It's in collaboration with the Arab Creativity Center. I am Dr. Éili Moukaya. First of all, I want just to thank all my colleagues, and especially the two PhD candidates that are working with me, Edza and Sharon, because they have been really working very hard to finalize their PhDs. And at the same time, it's not easy, but they are keeping their faith to finalize their work. Okay, in my talk today, I'll have a short introduction. Then we'll look at innovation as method for developing scientific research. We'll look at scientific research as tool for achieving sustainability, modern technology in saving innovation and sustainability, policies and institutional support. And also we will be looking at research innovation that contributed to sustainability. And I will be looking at my own research when I'll be talking about scientific research as tool for achieving sustainability. When we look at innovation, there is a link between innovation, scientific research, and also sustainability. Just because innovation plays a crucial role in the advancement of scientific research by driving the development of new ideas, techniques, products, or processes. And as you can see in this diagram that I've shown here, we can see that there is a link between innovation, scientific research, and sustainability. We cannot talk about innovation without scientific research. We cannot also talk about scientific research without innovation. And at the same time, we have to look at the goal. When we are doing the innovation or scientific the research, is that research being sustainable or not? So these are the key players in research and also in sustainability. My first focus will be on innovation as the method of developing scientific research. And in this, we have innovation in the research field. First of all, we'll be looking at innovation that covers the development and implementation of novel ideas. Whenever we have innovation, we have something that is novel, something that has to make an impact. Either it has to change what is existing or improving it, and also to see the impact on the society or even the impact on the economic field. And innovation involves introducing something new and demonstrably beneficial, whether it is new process, product, service, or way of thinking. And it has to create tangible outcomes that benefit society. And innovation in research often requires collaboration and integration of knowledge from various fields. When a researcher is doing his work, he can come up with all the results that can be novel and what can impact the society or impact different field of his research, or impact even what is out there, the companies and so on. But the reality will be at a certain stage before implementing that, it will need the involvement of other fields or the involvement of other key players. So there should be a certain synergy between different fields. For instance, you create something or you have a product or a result in a particular field, let's say in chemistry. And then you have to build up the equipment that needs for that process to be finalized. Then what will happen is maybe you will need to have a chemical engineer to build that, or you'll need someone else from the other discipline, like an electrician, to be involved. And at the end, you can have everything that you need. So in other words, at the end of the day, innovation implies other discipline to be there. We are not just separated alone, but we need other key players to come so that we may fulfill what we have. As an example, here we have new medical treatment, for instance. In this case, we can develop a novel drug or therapy that can effectively address a disease. We are living in a world where we have different things that are coming at different stages. Maybe what is there already cannot be able to really solve the problem. It will need research to go in based on the problem that is on the market, and from there we can find solution. And we can have sustainable technologies which can create new materials or processes that minimizing environmental impact. For instance, nowadays we know, for instance, that we have many things which the world is crying about: climate change. We are crying about the environmental pollution. So we need really to strive in a direction which we need to solve such kind of problems. Now, we have research on one side, and we have innovation. As I said before, innovation is the application of the research. Now, the research generates new knowledge. It develops new technologies and explore new possibilities. But at the same time, a researcher sometimes is unable to implement and take the product into the market. It will need now the package of innovation to combine everything that the research has given, so that the knowledge and that may be given into the product which will impact the society, even the environment. Research is the engine that drives the creation of the new ideas and the basis for developing innovation solution to real world problems. Innovation improves research methodologies. As I said before, the two, research and innovation, are linked. Sometimes we can ask ourselves questions. What can come first? Is that research or innovation? All at any stage, there is one that has to prevail before the other. So then we will understand that innovation should improve research methodologies by developing new ways of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data, for instance. making them more efficient, accurate, and effective. So in that way, we see that innovation can improve research. The method, maybe the research that has been using can be a method that is outdated. And maybe based on the problem that is out there, we are not able to analyze. That's why, for instance, for example, we can have novel analytical method, which can develop, with development of new software packages, for instance, and critical discourse analysis. For instance, if you take the case of TGA and FTIR, in the past, we used to have only TGA. You have your TGA, you do your analysis on your TGA. And then if you want to find out, you can use also the FTIR to do your analysis. But with the advancement of technology, with the innovation, now we can combine TGA with FTIR at the same time. So you do your TGA, and any gas that comes out, it is directly analyzed on your FTIR. Why? Because there is already a package, a new software that is included in with a library of all your species. And at the end of the day, you have all your results. You have your TGA result, and you have also your FTIR at the same time. So this is something which can help the researcher to do his work well and reach results that are good. And we can have innovation that transforms ideas into practical solution. This can be by bridging the gap between theory and practice. So most of the time we see that when you do your research, it remains at that level, but it needs to go beyond that into innovation so that it can be those ideas, those results may be made into practical solution by bridging the gap between theory and practice and driving economic growth, for instance. I know that here in South Africa, we have a situation where we have a problem with water, but because of that, researchers have come up with some few new techniques. For instance, in farming, so we can have hydroponic farming. The hydroponic farming, it is a farming that does not require the use of the soil. Maybe the soil is not a good soil. The area is maybe a drought area, which you cannot really have a good harvest. But now with the hydroponic farming, you can, in a small space, it can be outside, it can be in a house, you can have a yield that is great. And also at the same time, you minimize the use of water. Why? Because all the nutrients are already dissolved in the water. And by doing that, you use around 1% of water compared to traditional farming. And this is all thanks to innovation.
Mm-hmm.
Scientific research as tool for achieving sustainability.
Dr. Élie? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, can you give me a little bit of time just to make a translation?
Okay.
Okay, sorry for interrupting your
No,
thinking. Okay. So عسلامة مرة أخرى، مرحبا لكل من التحق بنا. الآن سنحاول القيام بترجمة الجزء الأول الذي تحدث فيه دكتور إيلي عن العلاقة بين الابتكار والابداع والاستدامة وطريقتها في وطريقتها في يعني دفع البحوث نحو مجالات جديدة فهنا منذ البداية تحدث أن هناك رابط كبير بين الابتكار والاستدامة، خاصة وأن عذرا نسيت فتح الكاميرا، خاصة وأن الابتكار يلعب دور مهم في الأبحاث العلمية والاستدامة حسب قوله. من بين هذه الأدوار هي أنه الابتكار أو الابتكار يدفع الأبحاث العلمية للبحث بطرق جديدة. يعني innovation is a key player for research and sustainability. هو ركز في الابتكار على طريقة كطريقة للاستدامة، لأنه الابتكار هنا يقصد بها البحوث. فالبحوث تأتي بطرق جديدة التي يكون لها وقع، فتقوم بإصلاح يعني ما وقع من أخطاء ربما في بحوث قديمة، وتطويرها والبحث فيما أساليب جديدة. تحدث أيضا أن الابتكار تساعد العلوم في بناء العلوم الإنسانية، العلوم الاجتماعية، وحتى التقدم المجتمعي والتطور الطبي. فقال يعني هنا استنادا لأقوال الدكتور إيلي، يعني من خلال تطور البحوث تتطور، يكون هناك يعني دافع جديد للباحثين والمبتكرين أنهم يستنبطوا طرق جديدة، يعني يستنبطوا طرق جديدة فيروا ما تم أخذه من السابق وتطويره أيضا. ولكن هنا استوجب أنه وجود السيمتري، يعني لازم وجود ترابط، وجود ارتباط وثيق وارتباط وثيق بين العلوم بصفة عامة والابتكار. فقال مثلا المهندس الكيميائي هو دائما في حاجة إلى مهندس ميكانيكي حتى يبحث ويساعده في تطوير كل ما يسعى إلى تقديمه. أيضا تحدث عن بعض المشاكل كأمثلة هذه، تحدث أيضا عن بعض المشاكل البيئية في عالمنا وتغيير المناخ، ورأى بأن الابتكار أو التطوير هو is an application of research. يعني هو صراحة الدكتور إيلي هو في بحثه هذا ما ترك لنا مجال أحيانا أن نفرق بين الابتكار عذرا دائما ننسى الكاميرا، بين الابتكار والأبحاث العلمية، فهو دائما يربطها بعضها ببعض، فلا يمكن التخلي عن هذا أمام الآخر. فهو دائما يرى بأن الابتكار مرتبط بالتطور العلوم. يعني كيف تتطور العلوم؟ بالابتكار. كيف الابتكار؟ يعني تدفع العلوم كل بحث علمي جديد يكون فيه التطور، يكون فيه تحفيز للباحث أنه يسعى إلى حل أكثر من ذلك، ويبني خاصة مع الذكاء الاصطناعي وهذه الطرق. يرى الدكتور إيلي انه لازم يصير ربط كبير 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 هناك. واعطانا مثال على مشكل الماء في افريقيا، وكيف ان الماء يعني scarcity of water او ندرة المياه. فقال ان الابتكارات بفضل تطور البحوث والابتكارات العلمية تم اعطاء الربط بين تقنية TGA NFTIR هنا، وهي تطبيقة جديدة سمحت بدراسة مكونات التربة، سمحت بدراسة البيئة. هذه الأبحاث العلمية حفزت المبتكرين أو حفزت المبدعين حتى يجدوا طريقة للقيام بعملية الري بأقل قدر ممكن من المياه مع نفس الكفاءة. هذا هو يعني تقريبا مجمل ما أتى به الدكتور إيلي في الفقرة في العنصر الأول والثاني من بحثه. Dr. Ili?
Yes, Miss AJ.
The word is for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping with the translation.
You're most welcome.
Yes, scientific research as tool for achieving sustainability. We achieve sustainability by providing the knowledge and tools necessary to address environmental challenges and promote sustainability practices. It helps to understanding complex systems, developing innovative technologies, and informing policy decisions that support sustainable future. Now, my research to date, I focus on interest. I am interested in renewable energy, biomaterials, and polymer synthesis, and developing new method, and also preparing for new types of polymers. These three fields, I was interested in them because I wanted to look at the problems that the world is currently facing. We have the problem of petroleum that is the oil that is depleting. We have the problem of pollution, and which triggered the issue of climate changes. Now, with renewable energy, here I look mainly at using vegetable oils as a mean to create or to produce something that can be used either together or to minimize the use of petroleum-based material. And here, mainly we work in the field of biofuels. Biofuels, why biofuels? Because biofuels are degradable. And also, when looking at the value chain, we see that from the value chain, we minimize the carbon footprint in terms of reducing the CO2 emissions. And biomaterials, there also we are mainly working by producing materials that are sustainable, and also materials that have less impact on environment and even on people. For instance, when you look at the coating industry, you'll see that the coating industry uses lead, and the presence of lead in the coatings materials, they use it as either a pigment, or they use it also for accelerating the drying time of the coating material. But when you look at lead, you'll see that lead is toxic. And because it's toxic, it affects human brain, and it affects also the health of people, even for if it is thrown in water, so the life in water also is affected. So that's why we managed to look into that and produce materials that are lead-free and also from renewable material. Not only that, we are also looking at producing the biopolymers, which is also part of the bio material. And for the polymers, there we have also, there is one of the research that I used before, and it went even further. And this was looking in terms of polymers for health treatment. And this is one of the things that I will focus on into our research. The reason for which I've chosen to look at polymers as one means of treatment is that when I look at the poster, I saw that there were Al-Bashiri medical group involved, also being part of this meeting. Then I said, this will be a good opportunity. Maybe it will give them an insight. Maybe they know already what to do, and maybe it will give them an insight to also think in future how they can produce something similar to this, or even better than what we've produced before. So when looking at polymers, first of all, I use polymeric prodrugs for cancer treatment. When you look at the drug, when you look at the first picture that we have here, you'll see that when somebody takes the drug, it will the drug will go into the body and it will be distributed in all the parts of the body. And that, in terms of pharmaceutical, we speak about the pharmacokinetic pathway. So each drug has its own pharmacokinetic pathway. And because most of the drugs that we are using, they are small, low weight molecules, then what will happen is when you look at the diagram that is on the right, you'll see that we have drug distributed in the body, and we have drugs that are metabolized, and in the middle there you have the drug and metabolite in the plasma. But all will be excreted. You have the drug that is distributed in the body, part of it will be metabolized and part of it will be excreted. The one that is metabolized, part of it will go through in the plasma and part of it will be excreted. And also the one that is in the plasma, part will do its job and part will be excreted. And that is a problem. And because it is a problem, what will happen is now the patient have to be administered the drug over and over again. And by doing that, in short period of time, there is a problem of there is a problem of the drug that is being excreted, and also the kidneys will suffer because this drug are excreted through the kidneys. So now to alleviate or to resolve this problem, we came up with a different approach. Even though science or pharmaceutical says that there is a synergy when you administer two different drugs to a person, there can be a synergy which will improve the treatment, but at the same time, you'll see that these two drugs are not going to reach the site of action at the same time. Why? Because each drug has its own pharmacokinetic pathway. So one will reach there before and the other one will reach later. And by doing so, then the efficacy of the drug will be less. Now, because of this, that's where we came up with another approach of using a polymeric prodrug for cancer treatment. What is a polymeric prodrug for cancer treatment? Here it is just a polymer that we have. When you have your polymer, which we call here a carrier, you have functional group on the polymer, and this functional group on the polymer will act as the site through which we will attach the drug. And we have, when we attach the drug to the polymer, it becomes a conjugate. Now, to make this to be strong and to work properly, what we do, we attach to the polymer what we call a solubilizing group, and the solubilizing group has the role of making the polymer to be water soluble because it has to circulate in the plasma. And also we put what we call a functional group which will target, we call it a homing device, which will target the site of action. And when the polymer will circulate in the body, it cannot go through the kidneys, it cannot be filtered by the kidney because the molecular weight is high. Normally, we have a molecular weight cutoff starting from 14,000 going above. And we get that, and then when it reaches to the site of action, the drug will be liberated and it will act. It will react with the DNA, and then the polymer that has liberated the drug will only be will be biological fragmented. And from there, it will go out from the body, or if there are some other particle that the body needs to be used, the body will use that. And in that case, you have a dosage that is very low. And secondly, you have a high value of treatment. Now, what happened to this research? We worked with the South African Cancer Association that funded the research, and we went as far as we had candidates which gave very good result in the in vitro, and from the in vitro we went into animal studies, and we got tremendous result. These were very good results. And from that moment, the Cancer Association decided to stop the project. They said, no, we cannot go further, because now we were at the point where we needed to go into clinical trial, because the aim was to bring this into the market. And we stopped at that level. Before I can carry on, I don't know if you want to, Ms. Azul, you want to translate?
Yes, I was just trying to tell you that give me just a little bit of time to make translation. Okay, so تحدث الدكتور إيلي في الجزء هذا عن الأبحاث العلمية كوسيلة للاستدامة، وذكر هنا خلال هذا المقال الخاص به أنه اهتم كان دائم التفكير حول طريقة مساعدة العالم والمشاكل البيئية اللي قاعدة تصير في هذا العالم وحل مشاكل المناخ. فحكى أنه هو من أبرز النقاط اللي اهتم بها الدكتور إيلي هي كيفية البحث في renewable energy، الطاقات المتجددة. يعني ما هي بحث في ماهية الطاقات المتجددة، كيف للطاقات المتجددة أن تساعد العالم في هذا العصر، عصر التكنولوجيات. بحث أيضا في البايو ماتيريالز وهي المواد الحيوية، وبحث أيضا في البوليمر سينثيسيس، واللي هي يعني جزء كبير من دراسته، دراسة الدكتوراه الخاصة به كانت على البايو ماتيريالز، اللي هي كيمياء دراسة الجزئيات الكبيرة. هذه الجزئيات التي تتكون في وحدات فرعية متكررة تسمى المونومرات، وتركز هذه الكيمياء على تركيب هذه البوليميرات وتوظيفها وخصائصها، وهي مكونات أساسية في العديد من المواد والمنتجات التي نستخدمها يوميا. يعني مثل ما تشوفوا اللي هو الدكتور إيلي ما شاء الله دخل في عديد من التدقيقات الكبيرة في المجالات العلمية اللي اهتم بها فعلا، وكان لها وقع الأثر في مساعدة العالم بصفة عامة على تطوير هذه الطاقات المتجددة. فهو حاول البحث في حل مشكل البتروليوم من خلال الفيجيتابل اويلز، يعني سحب فيجيتابل اويل يعني نفط من خلال النباتات أو الأشياء الخضراء. هو هنا تحدث أيضا عن البايو فيولز، وهو شيء يمكن تحديده والتحكم فيه حسب قوله، وأيضا يمكن التحكم والتخفيض في طريقة الاستعمال، في الكيفية، في الكمية. وحتى حكى الدكتور إيلي أنه ممكن نخفض حتى في ثاني أكسيد الكربون، يعني من خلال استعمال البايو فيولز يمكن أن نخفض ثاني أكسيد الكربون المتواجد في الهواء. وتحدث أيضا الدكتور إيلي عن أحد الأبحاث خاصته على البايو البوليمرز، وركز فيه أيضا وركز فيه بصفة كبيرة على الدراج، على المخدرات، وعلى كيفية والسرطان والمحاولات الاستشفائية من خلال البحوث العلمية. يعني كل البحوث العلمية كانت تبحث في طريقة جديدة لشفاء مرضى السرطان من هذا الأذى الكبير. يعني فهو بحث في الأدوية الأولية الجزئية والكبيرة المحتوية على مركبات قائمة على الحديد العضوي في أبحاث السرطان. أشار الدكتور إيلي أنه في هذا المقال خاصته انه لطريقه استخدام الكيميائي على نطاق واسع، وهو من بين اكثر الاجراءات الطبيه ازعاجا للمريض حسب كلامه، يعني نظرا لاثاره الجانبيه فيما بعد، والكل يعلم ذلك عافانا وعافاكم الله. تحدث أيضا عن مشاكل العلاج الكيميائي للسرطان، الانتقائية المحدودة، المناعة الضعيفة التي تخالفها بعض الأدوية. يعني ما شاء الله تحدث الدكتور إيلي، أشار الدكتور إيلي في هذا اللقاء على عدد من المقالات التي كتبها، والتي بين من خلالها كيف أن الأبحاث العلمية كانت دافع مهم للابتكار. هذا هو المهم هنا للتركيز عليه في هذا اللقاء اليوم، اللي هو بين لنا حتى هو نفسه من خلال الأبحاث أنه استعمل الأبحاث السابقة، استعمل الابتكارات السابقة التي تتمثل في الأدوية كدافع له حتى يبحث في طرق جديدة وأدوية جديدة دون أذى كبير، دون نزع المناعة وهكذا. يعني وفي آخر المقال حتى لمن يريد أن يتطرق إلى مقالاته هي موجودة يعني على صفحته اللينكد إن، سواء مقالاتها الخاصة أو مقالات المشتركة، يتحدث فيها يعني في كل مرة سواء هذا الحل كان ناجع أو غير ناجع أو سيكون تحت الدرس. فهذا هو ملخص مجمل للجزء الذي كان يتحدث فيه دكتور إيلي. دكتور إيلي لك الكلمة. دكتور إيلي, the word is for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Yeah. So this is where we reached with this research. It is always in our mind. We always think that as soon as we get more funding to go into to restart from where we left, going into clinical trial, we will do so, even though we've published quite extensively on this work, but still we do have that in mind, that there is a possibility to do very well in this. And this same approach, we used it with malaria, and also in malaria, we found that the results were very good compared to the traditional drugs like chloroquine, primaquine that are used for malaria. So we did a co-conjugations by putting two different types of active drugs or compound, which made the prodrug to be even more available to the site of action. With cancer, we found that the result for prostate cancer, for breast cancer, were very good. And leukemia also, we found good results compared to the other cell lines that were used. But for the in the animal studies, we targeted mainly the prostate cancer, which gave very good results. Just 1 minute. Oh, it's going down. Okay. We are at modern technology in saving innovation. The modern technology are crucial for driving innovation and fostering sustainability, enabling a transition toward a more environmentally and socially responsible future. And the modern technology here, we see we have the use of AI, for instance, and big data. Here we have AI algorithms are used to analyze the big data. So we can see that without the big data, AI will be almost useless because it has to draw the data from big data. And for instance, we can have AI that analyzes historical data to predict future trends such as customer behavior, market movement, or potential risk. Now, when you look at all these, you'll see that sometimes you ask yourself, when you go to the internet, for instance, you find that it's like someone is monitoring you. It's not that someone is monitoring you. They only collect your behavior and they use that to do their marketing and do whatever they want to do based on the system that they want to achieve. We have AI that can analyze user data to provide personalized product recommendation, content suggestion, or targeted advertising. As I said, the use of AI can also and big data raise ethical concerns about privacy and potential for job displacement. This is one of the issues that we are facing currently with the use of AI and big data. So it is the use of the problem of ethical concerns, because it feels that people are not protected. Whenever you do something, they collect your information or your behavior in terms of what are your likes. Because you visited this once, twice, they collect that, they go into the AI will analyze your data based on the big data or the data that are there, and then they will find something that is similar to what you like. And from there, they will start bombarding you with more information in that regard. That is one of the issues that is out there. But in terms of research and innovation, AI and big data, they are playing a very big role in terms of advancing research and also advancing, solving the problem that the society is facing. I will just relate one example here. Very recently, we were working on a project which we needed to use. We were using a software to optimize the process. And by using the software to optimize the process, we realized that the issue, either in one of the parameters, there was something that was wrong, but we could not tell which parameter exactly, because all the runs that we were doing, they were not giving right result. But we reached somewhere where we analyzed and we suspected that no, the problem might be with the catalyst. And we found that no, maybe it's not the catalyst, maybe it's the issue with the temperature, or maybe it is another issue. But at the end of the day, by using the big data, we realized exactly where the problem was coming from. And we were able to correct that and do what is right. So it shows that researchers who knows how to use this, they can feed the information of what they want into the system, and they can retrieve the answers. And this can help them to go forward and advance their research. Policies and institutional support. Here we have policies that provide the framework, while institutional support ensures resources and capacity of carrying them out. The policies will provide the laws and everything that is needed so that the work may be done properly. And the institutional support will ensure that the resources are are available. You have, maybe it can be the right people who are trained, who are knowledgeable. You have the right equipment. You have the right, do you have the right infrastructure and so on. The role of universities and research centers in supporting sustainable innovation. Here, it generates new knowledge, educating future innovators, and connect with communities and industries to implement sustainable solutions. Universities are at the forefront of scientific and technological advancement, conducting research that underpins sustainable innovation in various fields, including clean energy, resource management, and sustainable agriculture. So the universities are at the center. As we said before, we cannot talk about innovation without talking about research. And when we talk about research, for it to be sustainable, we need to speak about innovation. So these are interlinked. Now, in most of the cases, you'll find out that there should be a kind of support in terms of having the research being done, and also the research to be innovative, so that these results may be translated and be useful to people. Research partnership between the academic and industrial sectors. Academic institutions contribute cutting-edge research and expertise, and industries partners offer practical insight, resources, and market understanding. So there is a connection between academic institution and industry partners, because these industry partners, sometimes they have problems and they don't have capacity to resolve those problems. And universities, researchers have knowledge and abilities to solve the problem. And most of the time you'll find that they don't have the means to solve those problems. So that's why these, the relationship between the two should be strong in terms of, so that they may be able to achieve and help each other. Partnership help translate academic research into tangible product, technologies, and solutions. This collaboration can lead to new technologies, product, and industry boosting economic development. Sometimes you'll see that there are companies that have what they call R&D, which is the research and development center. And these, most of the time, are big companies. But small companies, most of the time, they cannot afford to have an R&D, research and development center in their companies. So they have to rely mainly on universities to bring knowledge, so that they can either ameliorate their product or to bring innovation in what they are doing. Yes, Ms. Ajay?
I'll make, hello, yes, Dr. Éilie.
Yes.
So thank you for your presentation. I really like it. So just I want to tell you that I will make a very quick translation for the part you are just talking about. Then we'll give the word to Mr. Mohammed Al-Sirihi. Then we'll come to you once again. Yes, Dr. Éilie, did you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So as I tell you, I'll make the translation. then we will give the word to Mr. Mohammed Al-Sarihi, then we'll come to you once again. Yes?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. إذن تحدث الدكتور إيلي موكايا عن العلاقة بين المودرن تكنولوجيز والانوفيشن، يعني الابتكارات الجديدة والتكنولوجيات الجديدة والابتكار ودورها في تحقيق الاستدامة. هنا تحدث الدكتور إيلي عن الاي اي والبيج او ما يسمى بالاي اي artificial intelligence and the big data، وتحدث كيف يمكن هذه الوسائل الجديدة التكنولوجيات الجديدة تساهم في توقع حتى المستقبل. قال هنا أحيانا أعطانا مثال الدكتور إيلي إنه أحيانا أنت تدخل حتى تبحث عن شيء في الإنترنت فتلاقي وكأن الإنترنت يوجهك أو يعطيك الشيء الذي تبحث أنت عنه. هذا قال الدكتور إيلي، يعني هم لا يراقبونك يعني 24 على 24، ولكن هم يتوقعون ما يمكن أن يشد اهتمامك من خلال أبحاثك، من خلال الشيء الذي تركز فيه. يعني كلنا نعرف أحيانا نفوت حتى نبحث على شيء فنلاقيه أمامنا. هذا من ذكاء التكنولوجيات الحديثة، اللي هو يعني يتوقعون ما يمكن أن يشد اهتمامك. وأعطانا مثال أيضا إنه زيارتك لموقع أكثر من مرة هم تعطيهم يفهموا شخصيتك في حد ذاتها في مجال الاي اي والبيج داتا. وقال ايضا الدكتور إيلي اللي هذا الشيء ممكن ان نستخدمه بطريقه جد ايجابيه في تطوير العلوم وحل مشاكلها. يعني احيانا اسمحوا لي هنا نقول يعني المشاكل احيانا تصير بعض المشاكل في الشركات او اي شيء، فصاروا يستعملوا الاي اي والبيج داتا حتى يتوقعوا ما يمكن ان يعترضهم من مشاكل وكيف يمكن لهم ان يحلوا هذه المشاكل كلها بمساعدة الاي اي. تحدث في نقطة أخرى الدكتور إيلي عن البوليسيز and institutional support، يعني السياسات واللي توفرها ولا الدعم اللي ممكن توفره المؤسسات سواء كان العلمية أو الاقتصادية في مجال الابتكار والتطور. فقال إنه هذه السياسات دائما السياسات المؤسسية دائما ما توفر الأرضية في الدعم للباحث التي تساعده في تحقيق ما يريد أن يجربه. يعني دكتور إيلي؟
Yes.
يس. فأعطانا مثال عن الجامعات، فقال كيف يمكن أحيانا يتساءل الشخص كيف يمكن للجامعة أن تساهم في الابتكار، وهنا الإجابة كانت من خلال السيد إيلي إنه الجامعة توفر لنا تعطينا دائما الأبحاث الجديدة اللي تساهم، اللي تحفز المبدع، تحفز المبتكر إنه يبحث في طرق أخرى وطرق جديدة. فمن خلال تقديم البحوث والعلوم الجديدة هذا دور مهم وأساسي للجامعات. الجامعات أيضا تؤطر الأجيال القادمة من خلال الاستناد على ما تم سابقا الوصول إليه وتطويره والتحفيز إلى إيجاد حلول أخرى أو إلى بحث أيضا في مجالات أخرى، لا نبقى نحن في مجال معين يعني. وأيضا قال إنه الجامعات أو المؤسسات العلمية بصفة عامة من خلال ترابطها مع الشركات المؤسسات الكبرى سواء على مستوى داخلي أو خارجي يمكن أن توفر خلينا نقول الظرفية المناسبة. يعني ممكن هذه المؤسسات توفر لك تريننج، يكون يعني في المختبرات تبعها يتوفر للباحث قام ببحث فهي تعطيه تريننج أو تعطيه فرصة أنه يقوم بتجربة ما توصل إليه أو ما أراد أن يبحث عنه، وهنا هذا دعم جدا كبير. فكلنا نعرف أن الباحث أحيانا يواجه صعوبة كبيرة في التحقيق ما أراد الوصول إليه سواء كان بالسلب أو الإيجاب. تحدث أيضا الدكتور إيلي عن الكونكشن academic connection and institutional sectors، هو تقريبا في نفس المجال الذي كنا نتحدث عنه من خلال توفير هذه المؤسسات أو الشركات الكبرى لفرص بحثية، فرص علمية، سواء دعم مادي أو معنوي للطالب للباحث في حتى يتحقق من صحة أو خطأ ما أراد أن يبحث عنه ويطور. يعني في كل الأحيان هو الباحث يطور، سواء تحقق بالسلب أو الإيجاب، فهذا تطوير للمجال العلمي بصفة عامة. شكرا لكم، إن شاء الله نكون وصلت المعلومة كما ينبغي. شكرا للدكتور إيلي، والآن أحيل الكلمة للسيد محمد السريحي.
شكرا أستاذة هاجر، وشكرا للدكتور إيلي، وأيضا نشكر حضورنا الكريم. Thank you, Dr. Eli. This is the first time we are talking or we are make a seminar by English language in our broadcast, the Arab Creative Club or the Arab Council Creative and Innovation. Now we will open it the discussion for all our attendees here by indicated by hand to anyone who want to make a decision with Dr. Eli. Welcome. تفضلوا الاخوان الكرام اللي بيشارك او اي احد له كلمه، تفضل. معنا كوكبه من الاخوان العلماء. ايضا دكتور هاجر برضه المايك معك اذا احد من الاخوان الحضور اللي معاه ايضا لهم مداخلات.
نعم، أنا أبحث في الشات، يعني إذا وجدت سؤال سأقوم مباشرة بطرحه، ولكن كل المجموعة تشكر.
السلام عليكم.
اوكي.
Yes, hello.
الو، السلام عليكم.
تفضل دكتور اشرف من العلماء في مجال التنميه
السلام
والزراعه.
عليكم.
تفضل دكتور اشرف.
سريحي. اولا بشكر دكتور إيلي على المحاضره
أهلا
القيمه
وسهلا
جدا
بك.
دي، واللي بالفعل وضحت كل تفاصيل الحلقه ما بين الابداع اللي هي ابداع الفكره، والابتكار هو تطبيق الفكره والتطوير بتاعه الافكار، كل ده في منظومه واحده اللي هي الاستدامه، اللي هي بتخص البيئه والحفاظ عليها والبصمه الكربونيه والمجتمع والنواحي الاقتصاديه اللي بتاثر بصوره ما على نمو المجتمع. الحقيقه احنا الحمد لله دخلنا في تفاصيل كتير في هذا الموضوع بتطبيق عملي عن طريق ان احنا بنحافظ على الموارد الطبيعيه زي الميه، واغلاها هي الموارد الطبيعيه الميه. ان احنا شغالين في الهيدروبونكس او الزراعه بدون تربه من اكثر من 45 سنه، وطورنا الحمد لله فيها من NFT لديب فلو لايروبونيك الى كل هذه الامور، محققه بصمه كربونيه عاليه جدا الحمد لله، وناجحين فيها. وده بيوفر كميه كبيره جدا من الميه، حوالي 90%، و85% من السماد، بيوفر عماله مع من 3 الى 10 اضعاف المنتج الطبيعي عند المقارنه بالطريقه التقليديه. كمان ده وفر طبعا ميه وعمل بصمه كربونيه وانتاج جيد. في الوقت نفسه اتجهنا في الطاقه ان احنا انا بتكلم على التطبيقات اللي بيستفيد بيها المواطن البسيط والمزارع البسيط. وانا كنت في كينيا في نيروبي الاسبوع اللي فات، والحقيقه موضوع الطاقه موضوع مهم جدا، وبننقل هناك تكنولوجيا جديده ان شاء الله بنطبقها في نيروبي. كنا شغالين بالهيدروجين عن طريق خلايا هيدروجينيه، بنحلل الميه وبناخد الهيدروجين، فبيعمل لي بعض المشاكل. انا بتكلم على الاستثمارات البسيطه، فبيعمل باك فاير، فاضطرينا ان احنا نعمل HOH اللي هي بيبقى برضو تحليل الميه، بيكون لي طاقه غير عاديه. وده عمل لي سيفنج في الديزل والسولار حوالي 80%، طبقا لنوعيه الابتكارات او نوعيه التشغيل. وفي حاجات 100%. ودلوقتي في الهيتر كلها في الاشتعال وفر لنا بالحاله زي ديت ان احنا نوفر على الاشجار بدل ما ناخد الاخشاب في الاحتراق. فالحمد لله بنفس الافكار دي الكل بيتكاتف فيها. والبحث العلمي طول ما في جامعات زي ما ذكر الدكتور إيلي، احنا دلوقتي بنأجر معامل الجامعه، يعني الافكار بتبقى موجوده بس عشان نطبقها بتحقق لي استثمارات عالية ممكن ما نكونش الشركات بعضها قادر على تحقيقها، فبنبتدي نأجر المعامل التيشو كلتشر والأمور دي في الجامعة، وبتنفذ لنا بالتعاون بنسب وتناسب، والربحية دي بتوسع آفاق التنفيذ والتطبيق والابتكار عشان ما فيش حلقة في النص تبقى مفقودة. وبنشكر الدكتور إيلي جدا، ونشكر السادة الحضور. الموضوع مهم جدا وقيم. كالعادة الابتكار والإبداع لن يتوقف وفي شتى المجالات، وعشان كده بنشكر الجميع. ولو في أي حاجة أنا تحت أمركم بإذن الله. شكرا دكتور إيلي، شكرا دكتور سريح.
Okay, just I'll try to make the translation for Dr. Ili.
Yes.
Dr. Ili, okay. The man was with us was thanking you for your research. He really liked it, and he said that it is a very important research nowadays. He talked about the three major points during his speech. He hints to the hydroponic or the soilless farming that you talk about actually. And he says that he was in Kenya and Nairobi, and they talk about the way they can save water, whether through soilless farming or hydroponic or through new different ways for farming. He talked about water analysis, and he talked about factory rental for universities to rent factories for making the research for universities. And this way they can enhance research in this field. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very good comment, because even here in Johannesburg, they are in the center of Johannesburg, in town down there. You'll see that old buildings that have been abandoned, some of them are being refurbished so that they may start this technique of hydroponic farming. So it is a very good technique which increase the yield, and I believe with low usage of water, it will help our environment even more to solve the problem of water scarcity.
Yes, that's it. This presentation was really helpful even for me.
There is one point, I'm not sure if we still have some few minutes. I will just add one point
Yes,
on
I
this
think we
research and partnership. There is a problem of balancing the need for open publication and the open publication most of the time for the academics, with the desire for intellectual property protection for the industry. This becomes a very big challenge. I'm not sure in the Arabic world how it is done in the universities, but this side, most of the time you'll find out that many universities, they have this policy of saying publish or perish. If you don't publish, you perish, or you publish, you don't perish. So it becomes a huge issue, because when you work in partnership with industries, the industry will want to have a protection on the research, so that you get a patent, or they can go into commercialization of the research through licensing. So this becomes a huge issue. I think, on my view, they should give the researcher a possibility of not only to publish, but also for important result which can solve the problem on the market or in the environment, even in the society, should be protected and sent to industry for production, instead of everything going into publications. So that is one of the comments that I wanted to make on that, and also the issue of researchers support. I'm not sure how it is done on your side, but I feel that organizations such like this, you should pinpoint some of the researchers that are prominent and to see their research if they can be novel and sent to industries for production. And that needs pumping in money to the researchers so that they may be able to do what they want to do.
اوكي استاذ محمد. دكتور محمد.
معك يا دكتور.
اوكي دكتور إيلي كان بسبب سؤالك اعتقد انه هو حب يتحقق، يعني هو حكى انه في ساوث افريكا وخاصه في جوهانسبرغ تم في آلية تقول مسمات ب publish or perish، يعني الجامعات دائما ما تشجع على نشر البحوث العلمية وإلا فستذهب إلى العدم. هو أراد أن يتحقق هل هناك تشجيع في الدول العربية على عملية نشر البحوث دون مشاكل أو لا يوجد؟
لا بالعكس، يعني احنا اقرب مثل يعني عندنا على مستوى الوطن العربي طبعا معظم الجامعات، انما الان كاوس اللي هي جامعه الملك عبد الله للعلوم والتقنيه، هذه تعتبر صرح عظيم انشئ يمكن من 10 سنوات. هذه يعني عباره عن مراكز بحوث علميه ويساهم فيها من الكثير من خارج الوطن العربي، من اوروبا، من امريكا، من افريقيا، العديد والعديد منهم، اضافه طبعا لجميع الجامعات العربيه الان بالعكس، ولكن بالذات كاوس يعني أصبحت اسم عالمي.
Okay. So as Dr. Mohammed says that most of the Arab universities, and he mentions especially KAUS, the well-known university at the Saudi Arabia, it is approximately 10 years ago. It helps and it enhances actually most of the researchers to publish their works.
So which means that researchers all over there are facing the same challenge.
Yes. No, it enhances them to publish.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Publishing, it's good, but at the same time, if you work in partnership with industry, industry does not want you to publish because they want to protect the work so that it can be innovated. You see, because when you publish, it is open to everyone. But when you get a patent, then it is protected. And then they can work with that for innovation. This is the biggest challenge with now researchers in universities, because I understand that universities want to be ranked. When universities want to be ranked, they need the output. And when they're looking at the output, they are saying the publication is one of the output. So then they force their researchers to publish. At the same time, it is industries that are pumping money to the researchers. Now the researcher is between the two, what to do.
اوكي دكتور محمد.
دكتور هاجر، الان معظم يعني انا شايف في المملكه العربيه السعوديه الجامعات اصبحت تعمل شركات مصاحبه، مثلا جامعه ام القرى لديها شركه اسمها شركه وادي ام القرى جده، وادي جده، هذه تعتبر كيان يحول الدراسات الى اشياء عمليه. يعني مثلا مراكز البحث في كليه الزراعه تنتجها عباره عن منتجات زراعيه متقدمه، فالعديد منهم الان تعتبر كل جامعه تقريبا لها ذراع صناعي، غير التواصل بين الصناعات وبين الوزارات. واحنا شايفينه مثلا في مجال التقنيه، خلينا نقول البحوث اللي تستخدم الان في عالم الاي تي او الاي اي الان تطبق في مراحل الحج، كيف احنا نشوف الحج الذكي، الزيارات الذكيه، عباره عن عمليه كيف سيميليشن للمحاكاه. يعني الحاج قبل ما بيجي الحج احيانا تعرض بعض السيميليشن محاكاه عمليه الحج من بدايته لنهايته هو موجود في وطنه. فهذا يعتبر استخدام البحوث في اشياء في الواقع الفعلي.
Okay, so Dr. Ili?
Yes.
As Dr. Mohammed says, that on the contrary, even the Arab countries, the Arab universities, let me say, sorry, have provided private and non-private institutions to implement the research and to make them on the real life.
Okay.
تفضل دكتور أشرف.
هنا برضو احنا بالنسبة للمشاركات الداعمة للأبحاث، في شركات خاصة عندنا، شركات صغيرة بتبتدي تستقطب الأبحاث من الجامعات، من الطلبة أثناء المشاريع بتاعتهم، وبنبتدي نشوف البحث ده كوميرشال ولا مش كوميرشال، وبنبتدي ندعمه كشركة بتدعم الباحث وتدعم البحث لغاية لما يطور. بعد كده بناخد الكيان ده، بنعمل اتفاقية، بنسجل للباحث براءة الاختراع أو البيتنت بتاعته، وفي الوقت نفسه الشركة بتقوم بتسويق وتصنيع المنتج ده. وفي الحالة زي دي بنعمل شركة مستقلة خاصة بالبراءة دي، والباحث بيكون أو صاحب البراءة بيكون شريك في الشركة. بالمنظر ده احنا ابتدينا نشجع، جالنا كمية كبيرة جدا من الباحثين، وابتدينا زي المنصة بيجي عليها الباحثين بالأفكار، وإحنا عندنا ستاف من الجامعة بنشوف وندرس كل بحث بصورة منفصلة، هل ده كوميرشال ولا مش كوميرشال. والحالة زي دي الحمد لله عندنا إحنا في الشركة حوالي 12 براءة اختراع خاصة بالطاقة المتجددة لوحدها، وعن طريق الهيدروجين الأخضر والهيدروجين الأزرق، وده في الطاقة. وعندنا في براءات أخرى خاصة بالبايوجاز. الحمد لله الفيرمنتيشن معروف 26 يوم، عندنا براءة موجودة حاليا. الفيرمنتيشن فول فيرمنتيشن بيحصل فيه 12 ل 16 ساعة. فالحمد لله الأفكار موجودة، الدول العربية مليانة من الأفكار والإبداع، فقط الحاضنة، كل ما كانت في حاضنات للطلبة دي وللأبحاث دي، هو ده سر التقدم. ومستقبل بكرة هيبان من خلال معامل الأبحاث، وهيطلع من معامل الأبحاث وليس من أي وسيلة أخرى موجودة. شكرا للدكتور إيلي وشكرا للدكتور سلاح. شكرا.
Okay. So, Mr. Ashraf, let me say, make translation first of all the words of Mr. Mohammed, then words of Mr. Ashraf. Mr. Mohammed mentions two names of two universities at Saudi Arabia, University of Al-Qura and University of Jeddah, where they make a specific institution for the publication and making their publication as a patent. Also, Mr. Ashraf from Egypt, he talked about that. That even in Egypt there were specific institutions for patents. In Egypt they classify research as a scientific or marketable and grant a patent in specific institutions. Thus, they have created, for this reason, they have created a platform to encourage all the researchers. And he also talked about the three major points, which are renewable energy, green hydrogen, and biogas. Then he mentioned also the fermentation as a patent since few days ago.
Okay.
So the Arab countries also have a small or a big, it differs from country to country, institutions to enhance their researchers to make a patent for the if they need to make, if they deserve it. Yeah.
Okay.
دكتور خالد أبو فارس تفضل من ليبيا.
السلام عليكم. First of all, I would like to convey my extreme thanks to the Professor Éli from South Africa. Indeed, his presentation was very comprehensive and very conclusive. Just I would like to ask him one question. How the scientific research will help in the innovation of the medical equipmental invention?
Yes, you want to find out how these scientific research can help the medical...
motivate and enhance the medical equipmental invention.
Yeah,
I talk with you as I am from the medical side. I am a professor Khalid Muhammad Abu Faris from Libya, from Omar al-Mukhtar University. I am ENT surgeon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you for the question. I think there are different ways that one can, different approaches that one can use to have the scientific research help in terms of improving the medical field. It depends on, all will start by identifying the type of research that is being done. And by identifying the type of research that is being done, because at the beginning, most of the time, all the research, yes, it's true, there are few of them that start with the idea of innovation, but most of the research, when they start, it is something that is there. We are trying to search. And as we move, then it opens up avenues. And those avenues, we can link them to a particular problem that is out there. If it is in the medical field, then we know exactly that this is the problem that is there, and we can find a solution. I'll give an example. Few months ago, I have been engaging with a certain medical doctor around here, and what in the discussion and the engagement that I had with him, because he wanted to find ways on how to establish what they wanted to establish. So they wanted to establish a certain data bank, and the data bank based on gene of different people. So they collect different genes from different people. They analyze them and they create a certain kind of data bank. And data bank, it means that it will classify each gene based on a certain type of sickness. If they say this type of gene, they are prone to this, that type of gene, they are prone to that. So they create that data bank, and then they upload that to the big data, which they own now, the data in the big data. So by using AI, anyone who can use that, they get that as their, they have to pay. So this is how they will be making money. So they have solved a problem. And then if somebody has this type of gene, it means that that's the solution. This is the solution that it has to do. Then doctors don't have any more big problems in terms of diagnosis, because they have already by the questionnaire, when they analyze that, they know exactly this person answered this, this is positive, this is negative, that is positive. It means that the problem is this, and that is the solution. So it based on the problem, and then they find an approach. So which means that in any research, it's a matter of analyzing that research and trying to link it to a problem that needs a solution. And by doing so, we can help in terms of medical field and finding solution for medical field. And it's part of entrepreneurship. And because in entrepreneurship, they will say that you need to, what is the problem that is in the market and what should be the solution? And then you work from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
هل من الأخوة الكرام لديهم مشاركة أو مداخلة للدكتور إيلي؟ أنا personally need to ask Dr. إيلي.
Yes.
our attendance. طيب دكتورة هاجر المايك معك.
Yes, Dr. محمد.
اعتقد كده ما دام ما في مداخلات نتشكر منه، عاد في شهادات شكر لكم الاثنين.
عن طريق الايميل سي محمد.
اي لا بس هي موجوده هنا معانا. اولا thank you دكتور إيلي for this seminar. We have your certification is a symbol or something to indicate to our pleasure to be with us in this seminar.
Thank you so much.
Creative and the Arab Career Innovation Club, both of them, you worked to publisher of the innovation culture in our country, but you are the first one to get it from outside of the Arab country to make a seminar, and I thought we will be continue as this. Thank you so much, Dr. Eli.
Thank you for inviting me and for making me the first researcher to be part of this Arab Innovation Center.
Thank you so much. أيضا شكرا لك دكتورة هاجر.
Thank you very well Dr. أستاذ. عفوا سي محمد.
You're welcome.
So great. It's a great pleasure for us, Dr. Éli, to have you with us today.
Yes.
As Mr. Mohammed tell you that all the attendee and even us will have certificates of attendance or certificates of congratulations for this very important meeting we have with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Wish you the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
أيضا شكرا لك دكتورة هاجر.
Yes, would you like to say any word? العفو أستاذ محمد.
بالعكس أنت أسعدتينا بإدارتك للقاء، يعطيك العافية والشكر لك موصول طبعا. وأنت على قولهم يعني أتعبناك معنا، ولكن دوما العلم يحتاج للمجهودات.
وهذه زكاة العلم كما يقول الدكتور محمد.
وهذا على قولهم كمان شهادة لك أنت شخصيا. وطبعا نحضر على قولهم نشكر حضورنا الكريم جميعهم. وطبعا وضعنا في الرابط أنه هناك رابط للحصول على الشهادات حضور سواء للإخوان المشاركين من جنوب أفريقيا أو من الوطن العربي. وبالعكس نلتقي بكم دوما بهذا المساحة البسيطة إنما جميل إنها فعلا تتخطى الحدود الجغرافية. وأشكر طبعا الدكتور أشرف اللي دوما وهو أحد علماء ترى يعني يمكن نعرف الدكتور إيلي. الدكتور أشرف يعتبر من العلماء المهتمين بالزراعة بشكل عام، وله مستشار للعديد من الدول العربية ويشتغل في ماليزيا والصين وأنواع الزراعة بالتربة وبالمياه والطاقة بالهيدروجين. يعني فعلا من العلماء. وطبعا الدكتور خالد أبو فارس هو كان ضيفنا الأسبوع الماضي وهو أحد الأطباء والأساتذة في جامعة عمر المختار. وفعلا كل الشكر لحضور الكريم. ومعنا الأستاذ عبد الرحيم الصحفي أيضا والكوكبة الجميلة اللي شاركونا. وبإذن الله دوما نلتقي على المحبة. ولك كل الشكر. والكلمة النهائية من عندك دكتورة هاجر.
شكرا لك أستاذ محمد. شكرا لكل الحضور الكرام اللي شرفونا اليوم، ولولاهم يعني ما كان اللقاء في هذا الجمال. أثروا لقائنا بملاحظاتهم، بتوجيهاتهم، يعني عديد التفصيلات مثل الدكتور أشرف يعني ما شاء الله مبين جدا من خلال حديثه اللي هو إنسان مختص في هذا المجال. Great thanks to Dr. Éli and the members who attend with Dr. Éli, whether his PhD students or his colleagues. Thank you very well, all of you. Wish you the best. It's a great pleasure to know you here in the Arab world. Wish you the best and have a good night from my part.
Thank you very much.
Okay. أعتقد خلاص دكتور محمد. السلام عليكم.
كل الشكر والتقدير لهم جميعا.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Doctor, and thank you for all our attendance, and we'll inshallah meet it again in another seminar for you or for any doctors or friend from this. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, thank you.